Brodes Media.
I'm starting a new segment over on Twitter. So if you don't follow me, you definitely should. We're having a lot of fun over there. And it's called In and Out. That's the new segment. And it's not very hard, okay? It's pretty simple. I'm going to pose a statement. And we either agree or disagree. You are either in or you are out. I said it's easy, yet I fumble the words. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I put out 3 polls already about 4 hours before I recorded this show. Bryce Harper, who has 3 home runs, will finish the season with more home runs than Alec Boehm, who is currently sitting at 9. 61.3% of individuals are in on that statement. Now, I don't know if that reflects Alec Boehm's lack of power or there's so much belief that Bryce Harper is eventually going to be Bryce Harper, even knowing what he went through during the offseason and the physical side to this. And really, I think he's frustrated as hell. So when you're that frustrated, it starts to leak into what's happening at the plate. And now he's in his own head. So package up in his own head with the physical ailment, and that's where we're at today. But you can look at stats like exit velocity and wonder, why can you still get some exit velocity going when you're looking for launch angle? I believe there's a correlation there. But that's where we're at. So 38.7% of listeners believe in Alec Boehm or think this is just Bryce Harper in 2023. Even if we get a bad version of Bryce Harper or one super elite, scary, otherworldly Bryce Harper, and then the following months he just can't sustain that level. There's a fatigue or there's someone getting tired. I don't know exactly what it'll be, but let's say that happens. He could still pass Alec Boehm. If I'm being honest, for me, it's because I don't think Boehm is going to kill a billion bombs. Bryce Harper might. A 3 home run first half Bryce Harper, the ceiling's higher. Question number 2. In or out? Aaron Nola will look more like his old self after the All-Star break. Big one. Huge one. Can change the trajectory of what this team is. 56.7% say you're gonna suck, Aaron Nola. Woo-hoo-hoo. So, I mean, I can't argue with it. I can't argue with the results because that's my selection too. I'm out. I never answered the first one. I'm in on Bryce Harper finishing more with Alec Boehm. That's my selection. Punch it in. And I am out with the people on Aaron Nola. And I will be pleased and excited and so stoked if we see a Cy Young caliber dude. The pitch clock, though, isn't going away, and he has no idea to adapt. Is anybody fighting that anymore? Are there some disputing that? No, it can't be. There's a lot of time in between pitches. I feel you. I do. But that's what's going on here. Maybe he couldn't handle the contract either. As much as we want to believe as humans, you could turn it off with that type of cash and that type of talk with Dave Dombrowski. And every time I brought this up to Ricky, he had a pushback. He's going to get the money because of how many innings he pitches. A team will be out there eager and willing to pay him a ton of cash because if you saw his numbers and you didn't go through the every start grind with Aaron Nola, if the Phillies needed to add someone and look for an acquisition, and Aaron Nola, you were blindfolded and didn't see it was him, but you saw his numbers, you saw how many innings he pitched each year, you would lose your mind because you were excited to add someone like that to your starting 5. So, he'll get his money anyway. Well, Ricky's wired different. Ricky's a gimme the ball guy. Ricky's a I need it now, right? I mean, Ricky Bo was always bring it on. He fought Barry Bonds, for God's sake, and drilled him before he started to challenge the mound. I mean, this guy's different. Ricky Bo's different. I don't know if there's more extremes between Aaron Nola and Ricky Bo. So I think it absolutely could be in the back of his mind. I actually heard something over the week about his numbers in the first inning and how teams are really squaring him up and getting damage done on him. But he also is at the top of the league in innings pitched. So what does that tell you? He starts off slow, and then he finds himself and gets into a gear in the middle of the game. I guess it doesn't take a rocket science to see that. So in the first inning, he is with a 5.21 ERA. In the second inning, a 0.47 ERA with only one earned run in 19 innings when pitching a second inning. Easy to follow? His third and fourth innings, horrible. His fifth inning, okay. But his fourth inning, 6.75 ERA. Batters are hitting 300 against him basically in the third inning. 286 in the fourth inning. So he's got a bad first inning, a bad third, and a bad fourth. Even though hitters are only hitting 214 against him in the fifth inning. Aaron Nola doesn't make sense. That's the conclusion I gather here today. You learn something new every day. That's what they say, no? And sometimes I guess you can just accidentally walk right into it. And that's what just happened to me right now. Aaron Nola makes me lose brain cells. All right, now this one is tricky. And I don't know which way to vote, but I'm going to just go with my gut. Will Kyle Schwarber, in or out, will Kyle Schwarber finish the year with a batting average over 200? That's a real question. That's a real question. We're not making this up. And my guy Brendan quote tweets it and says, crazy that this is actually a conversation. And it's even crazier that I'm probably leaning that he won't. And the craziest part is that he will more than likely take the bulk of his at-bats in the leadoff spot. I know. I can't wrap my head around it, but it's a serious question, and we are almost split 50-50. 51.4% are in on Kyle Schwarber over 200, and 48.6% say they are out. I think I'm actually going out here. I wouldn't be shocked if he hits over 200, but something tells me it'll be 192, 196, 40-plus homers, decent amount of walks. We're satisfied with the OBP. Or what happens is Trey Turner takes off, and then over time, Rob Thompson slots Trey at one, but I don't know if he's going to do that at any rate. I think he just believes in this.